Hi mga higala, this is Maestra Judy. Welcome back to our verb conjugation lesson. This is the part 2 of the verb conjugation, abot. Okay, the English meaning of abot is arrive, meet, reach, or wait. Just a quick review from the last lesson. There are two ways to pronounce abot. Okay, the first one is abot and the second one is abot. Okay, I think I discussed the difference of the two in the first video. So I encourage you to watch that first before you watch this part 2. All right, now let's continue with our lesson. And in this video, we will discuss the suffix a, okay, the command form. To conjugate the verb abot using the suffix a, abot will become abta. Abta. That means reach it. So there is some sort of a little push there. We will omit the vowel O. It will become abta. Abta. Now, to give you an example, the first one we have, try reaching the ceiling. Let's see if you can reach it. Abta daw ng kisame. Tan-awon nato makaabot ba ka? Okay, let me say that in a regular pace. Abta daw ng kisame, tanaw nato makaabot ba ka? Okay, abta daw ng kisame, tanaw nato makaabot ba ka? Try reaching the ceiling. Let's see if you can reach it. So this conversation could be, between kids, or maybe you are asking your carpenter if he can reach the kisame, okay, the ceiling. So let's break this down, mga higala, so that it will be easy to digest. Abta daw means try reaching. Okay? Abta is reach. Daw is, it has quite a number of meaning, mga higala, and we will discuss that. So abta daw, try reaching. Okay, nang is actually a short form of kana. Okay, the na there is coming from the word kana. And we have the ng here. The ng here, it is a connector. Kisame is the ceiling. Okay, abta daw ng kisame. Try reaching the ceiling. And then the next one, tan-awon nato. Tan-awon nato. It means let's see. Let's see. Nato means you and I. Okay. Tan-awon means to see. Okay. Tan-awon also has a few meanings, and we will discuss that also in a bit. The next one is makaabot. As you know, the prefix maka talks about ability and potentiality. Okay. Maka means can, and this is in the future tense. Okay. Maka, can. Abot is reach. Makaabot means can reach. And then we have the ba here. Actually, ba is a question marker, but in this sentence, it is used as a rhetorical sentence. You don't have to ask. You just want to see if he can or if she can. And then the ka here is you. Let's repeat that one more time. Try reaching the ceiling. Abta daw ng kisame. Abta daw ng kisame. Let's see if we can reach it. Tan-awon nato makaabot ba ka? Tan-awon nato makaabot ba ka? Okay? Now the words to take note here is daw and tan-awon. Now, this sentence is on the verb conjugation book on page 17. 15, mga higala. Now let's tackle or let's discuss daw. And these are the meaning of daw. So daw can mean seem or as if. The second one is to challenge someone to do something. Okay. The third one, it could mean according to someone. Okay. And the fourth one is like go on or come on. Okay. Go on or come on. The example sentence that we just had, it's more like to challenge someone to do something if he can really reach the ceiling. Okay. So to challenge someone to do something. That's the usage of daw here in our example sentence. Now I want to dig a little deeper on the daw. Let's have some example, mga higala. Daw as seem, kinda, or as if. Our example here is, he looked kinda crazy yelling over there. Okay, he looked kinda crazy yelling over there. Daw buang gasyagit-syagit didto. Okay, let me say that in regular pace. Daw buang gasyagit-syagit didto. Daw buang gasyagit-syagit didto. Can you sense the frustration, I guess? Okay, frustration. And the sound seems like the person is agitated. Okay, so daw buang gasyagit-syagit didto. Okay, so those are the different tones. This sentence is usually used when you are already frustrated about someone. Daw buang means like looked kinda crazy. Daw buang. So buang is actually crazy. And then we can see here that there is a repetition of words. We have gasyagit, syagit. Okay, syagit means shout. And when you say gasyagit, syagit means shouting. Okay, there is a repetition of the action. Gasyagit, syagit. Instead of just shout, it's shouting. Didto means over there. Didto, over there. So again, mga higala, gasyagit-syagit means shouting or yelling. Okay, didto is over there. He looked kind of crazy. Daw buang gasyagit-syagit didto. He looked kind of crazy yelling over there. Another example, mga higala, daw as to challenge someone to do something. Like the same in our example, right? Apta daw ng kisame, tanaw nato makaabot baka. Try reaching the ceiling. Let's see if we can reach it. And then the next one, daw as according to someone. So this usage is very, very common. Okay. Our example here is, someone said, you're Bisaya. Bisaya daw ka. Bisaya daw ka. So the Bisaya here is not referring to the language, but referring to the person as a Bisayan person. Okay, Bisayan person, that means coming from Visayas or Mindanao area. Okay, so when you say Bisaya, it's Vismin, Visayas, Mindanao. Okay, so daw someone said, ka is you. So the context in English, it's like someone said you're Bisaya. Bisaya daw ka. Bisaya daw ka. So maybe you are good already in the Cebuano language and you're speaking it fluently, and somebody will say, Bisaya daw ka. Someone said you're Bisaya. That's why you're so fluent. Okay. Now, let's go to the next meaning of daw. Daw as go on or come on. So our example here is, go on and taste this to see if it's good. Tilawi daw ni be kung lami ba. Okay, let me repeat that one more time. Tilawi daw ni be kung lami ba. Regular pace. Tilawi daw ni Bi kung lami ba? One more time. Tilawi daw ni Bi kung lami ba? Go on and taste this to see if it's good, okay? So when you say tilawi daw, it's like go on and taste. Okay, so we have tilawi. Tilaw means to taste. And then we have the imperative E at the end, suffix E. So the suffix E is more like you have to taste it. Okay, tilawi daw, like go on and taste it. Ni is kini, coming from the word kini, that means this. B, the B here, it doesn't have a direct translation, mga higala. If there's a B in the sentence, it gives an impression that there's a little bit of push. There's a little bit of pleading there in the tone. So that's the meaning of B. And then we have kung. Okay, kung is if. Lami, I think a lot of you already know the meaning of lami. Lami means delicious or good. Okay, ba is a question marker, but in this case, it's more like a rhetorical statement. You don't have to answer. Let's go over to the next word that I want to dig deeper is tanawon. So when you say tanawon, the meaning could be to look, to watch, or to check, depending on the context. And let's tackle these meanings. The first one is to look. Okay. For example, you are proposing something to me. And then I will say, tanaw nako. I will look into it. Okay. Tanawon nako. I will look into it. Tanaw. Tanaw is the word here, the base word that means look. It could also mean watch. Okay. Tanaw. Tanawon, that means the on here at the end signifies that it's going to be in the future. Okay, this is in future tense. Tanawon nako. Nako is by me. Okay, tanawon nako. I'll look into it. Okay, the second example is to watch. Okay, the context is to watch. I will watch the movie that you recommended to me. Tanawon nako tung imong gi-recommend nga salida. Tanawon nako tong imong gi-recommend nga salida. Tanawon nako means I will watch. Tong is coming from the word kato. So kato means that over there or that away from the speaker. Okay? But this kato or to is referring to an object or to an event or to a person related to some events, for example, or some, like in this case, referring to the movie that you just talked previously. So that's the use of to. The next word is imong. That means it's your. Okay? Imong is your. Gi-recommend. So recommend here is an English word. And then we have the prefix gi. Gi-recommend, that means that you recommended. Okay? Recommended. So this is in the past tense. Gi-recommend. So since this is in the prefix gi, that means there is an object that he is referring to. So when you say gi-recommend, there should be something after this. Okay? Like in this case, what did he recommend or she recommended? It was salida. Okay? Gi-recommend nga salida. Okay? Salida means movie. Gi-recommend nga salida. Okay, the nga here is full word because you cannot connect the nga to an English word recommend. Okay? So what did he recommend? The salida. Okay? So, tanawon nako tong imong gi-recommend nga salida. So, I will watch the movie that you recommended to me. Now, next one, the third one, the meaning is to check. That means to check, okay? Our example here is, I'll check if Teacher Judy is in the classroom. Okay? In Bisaya, that is, tan-awon nako kung naa ba si Maestra Judy sa classroom. So I'll check if Teacher Judy is in the classroom. Okay? Tan-awon nako, that means I will check. Kung is if, naa ba. Naa means have or something exists. Okay? Naa. Have or something exists. Ba here, again, you are wondering. So that's also the meaning of ba. It's like when you're wondering. And it's also, instead of a question, it's more like a rhetorical statement. Okay? Si Maestra Judy. Okay? Teacher Judy. Sa is a preposition. Okay? In, on, at. And then, in the, sa classroom. Classroom. So I'll check if Teacher Judy is in the classroom. Tanaw nako kung naa ba si Maestra Judy sa classroom. Now, you can actually add the word be here. Tanaw nako be. Okay, tanaw nako be. So you are so eager to check if Maestra Judy is in the classroom. If we are going to add the be after nako, tanaw nako be, that means your intention is heightened and you're so eager to know and to check if Maestra Judy is in the classroom. So in this lesson, you learned about daw, you learned about the word tanaw, and you learned the word be and its usage. Okay? Now let's go to the last sample sentence of the suffix a. We have reach for your dreams. Okay? Abta imong mga pangandoy. Abta imong mga pangandoy. That means reach for your dreams. So you can use abta for abstract nouns. Okay, like in this case, the abstract noun that we have here is pangandoy. It means aspirations, dreams, wishes. Okay, reach is abta, imong is your, mga pangandoy means dreams. Okay, the mga here is the plural marker. Pangandoy is dream, aspiration, or wish. When you say mga pangandoy, it becomes plural. Okay, abta imong mga pangandoy. So this is a good, encouraging words to a family, to a friend. Okay, especially if they are talking about their dreams, their pangandoy. So you can say, abta imong mga pangandoy. Okay? Abta imong mga pangandoy. Okay? So reach for your dreams. Okay, mga higala, that's the end of our lesson. If you haven't bought my book, Cebuano Verb Conjugation, it is available online on my website, on Amazon. You can also purchase this on Shopee if you are into Shopee. And it's also available in Capitano restaurants in City Times Square and in Talamban branch. Okay? That's all mga higala. Daghang salamat and I hope to see you in the part 3 video. Bye for now.